welcome to the first edition of the unnamed Rocket League podcast that we have to name.
Soyboy Beta Chads.
Yeah, the Soyboy Beta Chads RocketCast. Live commentary, live gameplay edition. Deluxe.
Ooh,
OnlyFans, sign up. Link in the description.
I wish I was a woman there. Honestly, I'll just start an OnlyFans.
That's the star of the podcast. We were just straight into the deep end, boys. This is the kind of stuff that this podcast is all about.
It reminds me of, so it's Ricky Gervais, Stephen Merchant and Carl Pilkington. They used to do their old XFM podcast or like radio show. And they're like, all right, this week we're not going to talk about anything sexual or how Chinese people age differently, and because that's what Carl was saying. All this shit. And then within like 5 minutes, they're essentially just knees deep in a conversation about butt plugs or something. It was just they're like, guys, we can't go 5 minutes without
to be fair,
anything sexual.
That reminded me of Road to Wigan Pier. George Orwell, he writes like
yeah, you talked about it before. I read it.
He writes a section about how he was stationed in Burma, I think, with the British Army, right? And he's like talking about how Burmese men, like, he was basically just talking shit about English or white people, I guess. He was saying like, Burmese man has perfect skin until his 50s. He does not grow a beard, but his skin does not age or whatever. It's like he's just being so honest about it.
Well, I mean, I think what Carl was saying was, he was saying Chinese people, I think he was saying they don't age. Like, I think he got it the other way around though. So I think he was saying they go from 20 and then all of a sudden they're 70. So he was like, they age badly, but I think ultimately it means they age well, because he always sees them as 20 years old or 70, so they can be 45. You know what I mean?
Like that.
I think it's true.
Someone told me once that there's only two types of Russian girls. There's like the really fit, model ones, and then there's like the babushka ones.
Yeah. I swear there's like a Family Guy thing where it's like before you have sex with a Russian woman, you both take your big coats off because obviously it's cold, and it's like luck of the draw essentially. You either get like a super skinny like model or like an absolute unit. You know what I mean?
The absolute unit massage woman with like giant hands, like Andre the Giant.
Yeah.
Oh, I fucking missed it.
God, I just realised it's 2-0. I thought I would actually played a bit this game, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Pure muscle memory. I'm really liking...
yeah, literally.
I'm really liking the Moon Show, or what's it called?
For All Mankind. Yeah. I'm glad, man. I'm glad.
Well, I knew
are you up to?
I think I watched most of 5, but I definitely stopped 10 minutes before last night, because I was like, fuck it, I'm super tired. But yeah, it's good. I mean, I do wonder how much of it is like real. I'm not talking about the science, but like the people behind it.
Yeah.
Like Von Braun, and I mean, I know that the woman who does go to space, spoiler alert, she's a real woman, and the episode's dedicated to her, the episode 3, because it's race. So I did a bit of research on her.
It's cool. I find it so cool. It's like a mix of that's really the purpose of the show. Like, what would happen if they really had continued like the space program,
Yeah, I mean, obviously it advances technology so much as well.
But it's not only that. It's not only like a science show, It's like also about... There's also little subplots. So I don't know what you're up to in that episode where you are right now. Like, what's going on?
Essentially, which is quite sad actually. It's quite like the character. The guy just blew up on and the 11 other scientists just blew up on the deck or whatever. Like before the test flight, they changed an instrument in it because something was wrong with it. And then it just blows up with no one in it, obviously, but they're all on like Cape Canaveral or wherever it is.
Yeah. Now I think the people were inside the ship, like the astronauts, weren't they?
I don't think so, because they go. I thought at the start they were.
But yeah, it blows up so suddenly, right?
Yeah, the guy's like, "Oh, I want to go for a drink after this." He's like, "Yeah, I'm a bit tired and whatever." And then all of a sudden it's just like, boom. And then they're talking about. I think part of that was to do because they're talking about like if astronauts died, they'd be deified, put up on the wall, and only one of the people who's sort of just the main scientist guy or whatever, he just gets a little thing, like a little plaque put up on the wall, but there's no like big press thing for it, and
yeah,
which is a bit good. I did like that character. I think my favorite character is actually just the head guy, you know, head of NASA.
Yeah, Deke. He's from another show,
Deke.
right?
Yeah, I know him from something. He reminds me of like a rundown PE teacher or gym teacher. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, or like a sheriff.
A sheriff. I would say more like a American football head coach. Get you in the game, boys. Because he
I thought of him as like a sheriff from a small town, you know, like playing that character.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
I do remember. I think I really do remember him from a movie where he plays like some kind of police guy. I think it might have been Nocturnal Animals. Maybe not.
Rings a bell, that the name of that, but I don't. Oh, May. What? There's been like 4 different variations of teams.
So have they gone to the moon yet?
Yeah. So they're doing Apollo 15, which is, I don't remember any of the names. Honestly, I feel like I don't listen to that. But one of the main guys' wife, or one of the main guys, he's gone to the moon.
Homelander's wife. Yeah,
with the woman. I don't know her name, and the other guy. I also don't know his name. I just don't know anyone's name.
Gordo.
Yeah.
Gordo is an important character.
Yeah, I do like Gordo. I like the other guy. Oh yeah. Oh no, yeah. So Gordo didn't go. He's going on a new flight, I think. So, yeah, they went to space. They say we're gonna change course. We're gonna go look for ice. And they're like, no, this is dangerous and whatnot. And then he says to the woman, "Did you come here to do this, or did you come here to make history or some shit?" And then so they landed and find ice. He's like, "Is this what you've been looking for?" Whatever. And everyone's like, "Wow, he fucking did it!" Wow, all this shit. Yeah. So they've landed. They've done that, and now they're up there. They're on the landing, but obviously the last ship had just exploded on the Cape Canaveral or whatever it is. So they're waiting for people to come up to the
yeah. You know,
base.
I love that show, but I mean, I'm all caught up to it now, so I'm waiting until Friday for a next one to come out, like a next episode.
Yeah.
But I will definitely, once season 2 is like finished putting out episodes, I'm definitely gonna watch it again, you know? Because I forget so quickly. So it's a good in a sense, because I can just enjoy the show again.
That's good, yeah. I mean, I usually watch it a little bit half cut, so I probably don't remember half of the shit that's happening anyway, but
I can watch it like 3 times.
I can watch it again. Yeah, like Rick and Morty, I can watch that a billion times. It's always so baked every time I watch it. I don't even know what's going on. But that's a good thing. But yeah, hour-long episodes, that's the thing. I mean, I don't know if you do this, I always go back in shows. So if there's like a really good moment,
I do that, and Isabella gets so mad. She's like, whenever I didn't understand something fully, I like rewind 10 seconds and I'm like, dude, you know, or I see a detail that might be something really important, you know, in the background, and I'm like, you know, sometimes there's just a brief shot of like a piece of paper or something, and I always like pause to read it to see if it's something like that the director would have hidden in there, because before we didn't have that power, you know, like if you used to go out and watch a movie in the cinema, you never were able to do that. So
it's a hard one though, because I don't know if it's necessarily. Ooh, okay. Good. Oh
my god!
I was so worried because I was like
on camera,
I was so prepped
baby.
to fucking get it, and then I was like, do I just leave him to do it? Like, yeah, because sometimes like I was watching Avengers Endgame the other day, and like the scene where Captain America picks up the hammer just to fight Thanos with it. I watched that like 10 times. I was like, I love this shit, you know. But it's kind of like when I watched it the 3rd time, I've spoiled the flow of it a bit, and I've also taken away some of the emotion. So I watch it like I love it and really intently, and then if you do watch it a couple of times, you sort of I go back to it, and I sort of like I didn't keep on that emotional journey of enjoying the movie. I'm sort of just like, so you get what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
You can take yourself.
They're playing the same tricks.
You can take yourself out of the plot a little bit.
Oh wow, that's a cool fucking goal thing.
It is, yeah. There's one the other day that blows you up. Essentially, it just sends like missiles down into the goal. So if you're near it, it eliminates you. God, why can't we don't have a fucking goal celebrated.
Yeah, I know. At some point, I'm just gonna fucking buy one.
Spend like £10 on one, yeah.
Yeah.
Bastards, man.
All the proceeds of this podcast will go towards. Sorry, I was already. My brain already sent the signal.
Yeah. Ooh.
All the proceeds of this podcast go towards
Rocket League.
us buying a goal explosion.
Hope my audio is fine, because I did change the gain a little bit. Yeah, bitch.
Teamwork make the dream work.
Yeah. I mean, it looks fine. I mean, you can always just boost it, I guess.
Yeah. I'll compress it and boost it.
Well, I've got the compressor on from before. Yeah, man.
Oh, nice.
Making that beat earlier, I was just like, sometimes you just whack the chords in, and you just feel this sort of like music little. You're like, I can hear a song there, and you sort of just. Most of it's just off the cuff, I guess, lyric wise and whatnot, but.
Yeah.
It's nice when you hit that little moment, you're just like, oh, sick. Write a whole song right now. In like 20 minutes. Ooh, bit too much. Yeah, I just want to just do some more, I've not performed for so long. I used to perform quite a few big places, you know, or big-ish. Or like nice venues, at least. I mean, third on the list. But even just like playing guitar, I can play it, but I've lost that sort of. You know, if you're practicing to perform live, you're just doing a lot more constantly playing, not just playing when you want to write something or.
Got that pressure, you know, for sure.
Ooh. Yeah.
Well, you know, when all this is over, you can get back on it.
For sure. I definitely need some sort of.
There was a guy that used to play in a bar where I used to work, where he used to do this like human jukebox thing. So I don't know if that's like a common thing, but he used to have like a piece of paper on every table, or like he used to get the projector up, and there was like a list of songs that he knew how to play, and then people could just like go up and request it.
Yeah, I would say like most people would have a set book of all the shit they can play. Oh god. Yeah, they'd be like,
but then you had like a cool selection of songs, and then people would just go up and like give him pieces of paper saying what song they wanted, and then he'd just play it, you know.
Or try to hit that shit. Yeah, I'd say. I mean, Joe's trying to get me to go to Dubai for years to do that, and never really fully wanted to do it. And sometimes you take your sort of lack of doing something as like laziness potentially, but I guess if you do know what you want to do,
in a way, yeah.
But then I guess you do need to also do something rather than nothing, even if you don't fully like it, which is the hard thing for me to do sometimes.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Sometimes I think that you would expect me to agree, and I do agree, but I also agree that if there's something that you
could be doing
that you don't like really want to do, like really want to do. So at the end of the day, I think people are just gonna do what they want to do, you know?
Yeah.
Like, or if you don't have a necessity to do something, it's hard to do it.
I mean, a lot of it is just purely because I just don't like playing covers. Really, I mean, I'd sing a Oasis song or two in a pub or something, but I like making my own stuff, and also it would be 6 days a week and super late hours, which is a slight put off as well.
Well, not for you, right?
Not staying up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, but then I can do any hours. Like I'm not too fussed about the hours properly, but I mean I was up at like 7 AM 3 days last week. Like I can do the early time.
I got it.
I just don't go to bed early.
Oh, yeah. Teamwork make the dream work.
Yeah. Also, it is bad, but like, I know people are like, Dubai, and amazing, I wish I could go to Dubai. I don't really like living in Dubai. And maybe I can move to a city in England and maybe still be England. I mean, as grey and shit as England is for 6-7 months of the year, I still just like the country, you know. Like,
if I got a job in Dubai, I would only go because I'm desperate, but I would like stay there the least amount of time possible, you know.
Yeah. So I'm just dribbling about right now. I mean, if I could live there from maybe, let's say, September to February, then that...
Oh, what a goal, boy.
Then that could be... Yeah, that's good. Oh, rage quit. That's
Wasn't even me, mate.
Oh, was it him?
Kinda,
Oh.
I mean, I did that.
Oh, shit. Yeah, I thought you were...
Oh, I got an achievement for that.
Oh, I don't know.
Is it off?
Mm-hmm. You want... No. It's getting people to rage quit is always fun.
Hmm.
But, yeah. I don't know. I feel like I'm a slow doer. Takes a while.
Slow doer.
Yeah. But get there in the end.
Yeah, I guess me too, in a way.
Well, so I told you, my brother's like 40 now. Like, he had his kids in between, and he obviously doesn't go out with Jackie or his missus anymore or whatever. But he's back to uni, just doing his, getting his degree in quantity surveying, so he can get paid more for his job. And his kids are 10 and 8 now, and I don't know.
Yeah.
There's not necessarily like a complete perfect process for things. People do move in their own.
Yeah, of course.
But
yeah.
I mean, I guess you can always move quicker or do something more. They want to play again. Wow. I don't like the way that like what do you fucking call it? Like the lobby and shit of Rocket League that much. I feel like it's not that easy to sort of use.
Uh-huh.
Or even just like, why can't I click on you and then join your thing already? You know, join your party. Just little things like that.
Yeah. You know what? There's a battle pass, you know, but I can't imagine playing enough Rocket League to get through a battle pass.
I do.
Like, I love the game. I love this game, but I have fun every time I play it, but I think it's like, it's not a thing that I would play as much as I play like Warzone, you know?
I guess so. I mean, I do usually after you play Warzone, I just go play it for like an hour or two.
Yeah, maybe it's like, a lot of it's in my head. I feel like if I would just play more often, because I do love the game, so I don't know.
I don't know.
It's like
just,
more like a mental thing.
Just don't.
Well, I guess every day I'd like.
People.
Yeah, but I guess like every day at like 6 o'clock, someone's like, "Yeah, you guys want to play?" Or I'm like,
we drop it in.
I guess
Are we cracking?
Kind of have a routine going.
Yeah,
So.
Red Bull fridges like behind me.
Yeah.
I could literally move my fridge into here, technically, like my room.
It would be cool if there was like a. What's your setup? You playing in like on your couch?
Nah, I'm just on the just in the studio where I make the music, like to the pictures I've sent before.
Ah, yeah.
The TV is just in front of me, and I just sit on this really comfortable plastic chair, but I put a pillow on it, so not that bad. My posture's just dreadful now from sitting down endlessly.
Yeah, I got one of those things that's like a brace for your back. I feel so stupid when I wear it, but it just helps your posture, I guess.
It's funny stuff like that though, because it's like you go to the skate park and you wear pads, and you're like, ah, pussy. Look at him wearing pads, but like, he's the guy that has good knees and elbows in 10 years' time or whatever.
Yeah, or doesn't have like brain damage
yeah.
from having 20 concussions.
Yo, you're wearing a helmet, bro, you pussy.
Yeah, and then the guy that said that's like in his 30s and just doesn't know that, can't do the times tables anymore.
I'm not gonna lie, I never learnt my times tables. I don't see the point.
Bro.
Do it in your head, you know. Just whack your calculator out.
Yeah, got no comment.
Okay, I'm not saying I don't know them. I don't not know them at all. You know, I did learn some times tables, but I couldn't recite them to you like other people maybe could. I did get B.
What's this kind of thing?
B and GCSE maths.
Yeah,
it's alright.
That's what I got, to be fair.
But you know what it is? It's like I used to hate being with some teachers. They just didn't know how to sort of teach me. They could teach everyone else. They just couldn't seem to teach me maths. But Mr. Morley, honestly, he just came along and went, alright, this is the method they want us to teach you, but I think it's so complicated. This is the way that I do it. And I was like, I understand.
Yeah.
Like,
I had that in flight school once.
teachers
this
are
guy
taught
was
to
like,
teach a certain way, you know, and it's not always good for...
And now, you know, like teachers are just people our age, like they serve.
Yeah, for sure, yeah.
Like even me, I know a lot of stuff and I still wouldn't trust myself to teach like a bunch of kids, you know?
Oh, sorry, I had to concentrate there. Yeah, I mean, I know a lot of people that do Zoom teaching, but I mean, it's a lot for like little kids, I guess. Even Joe today was like teaching me Logic Pro, how to like sample something. Got a bit of time, score that, come on, boy. I was like, dude, you could just fucking easily just become a teacher on Zoom. I know he does DJing and all this other stuff as well, but oh
shit,
he dunked you there. I mean, I guess you've kept up with sort of studying, but for me, even like in my head, I know deep down the knowledge is still there somewhere, but then applying it, like maths wise especially, I'm sort of just like, is that an equation I know? Sorry,
I don't know, but I think like
algebra or something, like.
Yeah, I mean,
that's the goal, I think. Ooh.
I studied so much stuff that's more complex that I just forgot a lot of the things that are more simple that don't have anything to do with flying. So basically, I'm only good at maths for the things that I need to know maths for. But I guess that everyone's like that after a certain point.
I mean, I guess it depends how you want to apply it. Like, if you don't need...
Yeah. But I had a teacher that was like trying to teach some equation about like density altitudes or whatever.
Yeah.
And he gave this super complex formula, you know, and then he just like stood in front of the whiteboard like trying to be like as if he was like just some kind of Einstein.
Yeah, alpha puppy.
And then I was like, dude, there's a better way to do this. And then he got like mad at me and he was like, oh, why don't you come and teach the class then?
All right.
So I grabbed his, I grabbed the fucking whiteboard. I grabbed the marker and I did like an equation that was literally like 2 steps and I got the same answer as him. And I was like, and then he was just like, oh, thanks, bro.
Everybody clapped, yeah, round of applause.
Obama was there.
Obama was there. Standing ovation, yeah.
Jesus was there.
He just reincarnates himself. I mean, if Jesus actually came to the real world, I think people would just be like, oh, this guy's just a liar, isn't he? He's a fucking mental case.
He'd be in a mental hospital.
Yeah. I'm the son of God. Nah, you fucking batshit crazy, man.
This guy with the golden wheels, he's trying to be sick.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Jesus there. Trying to make some Jesus thing. Yeah, I was trying to blast him out of the way. Yeah, good goal. What was I gonna say though? What were you saying before Jesus? Oh yeah, the equation thing. I think just like the ability to. I think it's Carl Sagan, and he was talking about. So you know who Carl Sagan is?
Yeah, of course.
So he was talking about, which I like in the intro of the show. Actually, I'm pretty sure they have the. I forget which space mission it was, but they sent that one into like deep space with the gold vinyl on it.
Fuck.
Voyager. Voyager, yeah. So Carl Sagan was talking about like, I can tell the more intelligent people. I'm paraphrasing, obviously, but the more intelligent people to me are the ones that can, or they know a lot about their subject. So when they can explain it to someone who knows nothing about it.
Yeah.
The ability to
that's
know
a quote
so
that's always
much
been on my mind
about it that you can break it down in layman's terms.
Yeah.
And obviously some people...
That's when you know that you know something, like, well...
Exactly. And people would be in that high horse, like, well, that's an oversimplification, because I know way more. It's like, nah, that's not the point. Like, if you want people to learn, then sometimes you have to break it down. You can't just... Ooh,
yeah, okay, let's flip this around.
Yeah. I found that quite...
Hit it if you can.
I think we got this. We're fine.
Oh, fuck me.
Bashed me out the way. Oh yeah, shit, 30 seconds. Uh-oh. Okay.
Nope.
Just smashed that. Oh. No.
How did he change the direction of the ball so quickly?
I don't think he even touched it.
Some people have skills that are like unknown to me.
I don't think he touched that. Look.
Nah, I mean before. Like, I mean, I guess maybe it was my angle.
Yeah.
It looked weird.
Fuck!
Well, you gotta lose some.
Yeah, true. I mean, these guys aren't even that good. They just tried off aerial shit.
Yeah. We're slightly above like the average. So we're just at that point where it's like fun, but it's not complete clubbing all the time. So I'm glad about that.
Look, like we're
the match.
not terrible at the game. I mean, sometimes I can be way better than. Like I can be really good, you know, better than I usually play.
But some of the people that you see on YouTube, they're like, I don't even understand. Like it's like compared to them, I must have I must just be a crab or something. You know, like in terms of mental power, I just like a primitive creature, because they're like landing on the ball in midair and then spinning around to drive it in from the other side of the map without touching the ground and shit. I'm just like, how can you press that many buttons?
Do you not think you're always learning though in this game?
I'm not always learning. That's a problem with me actually. I reach my peak, which isn't that high, or I just have a hard time like getting better, because fucking like Warzone, my KD's been the same since the game started, you know.
Well, I mean, I guess it's the whole argument of does practice make perfect or practice make permanent? Because then you're just constantly doing the same thing, trying the same thing over and over and over again, and expecting a different result.
Well, it's hard for me to get. It's easy for me to learn a thing, but it's hard for me to learn a more specific like sub level of that thing, I guess. I mean, I had a few times during flight training where I had to learn a specific thing, like landing on grass. Yeah, there's a whole specific technique, and it took me so long to learn that. Like, took me like 3 times longer than it should have to learn that, because I just have a hard time learning certain things. But then I guess it depends on what context you're learning it as well, because after I took so long, I spoke to like the chief pilot and I said, look, I'm like having some trouble with this, you know? And then he was like, oh, I'll take a flight with you. And then he did 1 flight with me and I learned it in like 1 flight.
To me, yeah, it's the teacher.
You just need to get it explained in a different way sometimes, you know?
That's what I mean, the practice makes permanent thing, because I could be kicking a football wrong my whole life and it's always going, oh, why can't I get better at it?
Yeah.
But then someone just goes, well, just kick it like that. And you're like, oh shit, that worked. Oh. It's what Ollie was saying the other day, like Steve-O from Jackass. Just the reason he speaks like he does, because like he just doesn't speak right.
Yeah, I sent. Okay, basically, so he had like a big YouTube video. I watched it. He was like, "What's I don't know, some clickbait title, you know?"
Yeah.
But I was like, yeah, I always wondered why he spoke like that. So I watched the video, and then he's talking about how he like ate a light bulb.
Yeah.
He did like so many drugs.
Yo,
and
man. Yeah, Steve-O. Hey.
Yeah. And then he's like, dude, I went to a doctor, and the doctor basically just said, oh, you just don't know how to speak properly.
Yeah, sorry, Ollie came in.
Sorry, audience.
Audience of 2, me and you. Listen to this back.
There's 2 million. This becomes the world's most popular podcast. We get invited to Joe Rogan.
He's like,
so I really like your take on Asians living forever.
Yeah. He would say that shit though, right? 100%. He would be like, yo man, these Asians just don't age. Like, actually, I can't do Joe Rogan.
Yeah, but haven't you noticed like he's...
Don't chat shit about him, mate.
Sometimes, no, I like him.
we want to get
recently, mostly since the Spotify. I'll say that to his face, man. I'm taller than Joe Rogan.
Yeah. Have you seen his fucking kicks though?
It's like break my spine.
He kicked through your chest. You cave your chest cavity in with like a little... I'm lagging a lot. Yeah, so...
No, okay, look. I was saying, since he went to Spotify, and also slightly before that, because I listened to him before, and I can tell some moments where he's like about to say something or about to express an opinion, and he's like, oh, better not do that, you know? Yeah, it's like so it's like a millisecond hesitation, but I know exactly where it's like coming from, you know?
It must be.
And it's not even like he's about to say something super crazy or controversial, but it's just he's like,
I'm lagging.
he's making like a split-second decision where he's like, it's not worth it, it's not worth it. But yeah, I always find it weird.
Oh. Me.
I've been listening a lot to Brett Weinstein's podcast, but that's like I just burn so many calories listening to that podcast because of my brain is like trying to think so hard to understand.
Harvey Weinstein's brother, yeah.
No. I can just barely keep up, you know, with that one.
Oh. Yeah, I've never listened to it. Yo, sorry, what were you saying about Steve-O there? What's the reason behind it?
He went to a voice doctor and the doctor's like, oh, nah, dude, you just don't know how to speak right. Like, you're speaking with the wrong part of your vocal cords.
He's using his larynx over his whatever.
Yeah, and then he's basically talking about how he's been given some exercises, but he's like, I don't know if I want to do them, you know, because like the voice has become so much part of who I am, like my identity. But he is doing them. And then he showed like a little clip of him doing an exercise and he sounds like quite normal. It's so shocking.
Yeah, but he's like, yo, man, honesty, like, thing about Jackass is, he's like speaking like to the back of his...
Yeah, that was good.
He's speaking to the back of his...
exactly.
He speaks to the back of his throat.
You can hear it. It sounds... When you hear his voice, it sounds, to me at least, it's like, damn, that guy's like, must be like trying to squeeze that shit out.
Yeah, that's what I mean. He's using like, especially with singing, because I've never had proper lessons, but they always like sing with your diaphragm, which I don't fully understand. Don't sing with your throat, sing with your diaphragm. Which I honestly, I don't know what that even fucking means, but it's the better way forward to sing, because you're not tearing your throat up if you're going to sing a lot of the time, especially as a profession. But he wouldn't play it. Yeah, so he must be like, yo man, yeah, so Wee Man was there and just like purely back of the throat. Like even just me doing it then, it hurts after like not hurts, but it's not good. I can tell it's not good for you.
Alright, let's secure this win.
We're winning.
Yeah, no, but we need one more. They keep getting close.
Alright. Tap that in. Oh, he's there? Shit. I didn't even know he's on the goal line there. Fine, I got this ready. Ronaldinho. No!
Oh no, I knew it.
I think we both went forwards. That's the problem.
Yeah. All right, okay. We still got this, man. Still got this.
Rotation, yeah. It's weird. I spoke into the actual microphone rather than the laptop microphone. I sort of like forgot where I'm talking to you from. Yeah. Okay. These guys aren't the best, but they're pretty like safe, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he just hit me. Like, they're pretty secure. I reckon don't commit. Wait for the timers go down. And yet we did the exact opposite of that. Ooh.
Nah, it's okay.
Imagine.
I did that on purpose, bro. Just to make the podcast a bit more intense.
Yeah.
All right, I'm running that up the side for you.
Alright. No, I couldn't get the
Shit.
I mean, I was there, but they both missed it, like absolute idiots. Uh-oh.
Fuck no.
No!
Alright, well, guys, thanks for listening to the first episode of the Rocket League podcast.
You going to bed?
It's like 30 minutes. No, we'll just stop recording.
Okay.
GG. Okay, yeah. Thanks for listening, everyone. Say bye, Jacob.
Goodbye, Jacob.